What's up, everybody? Welcome to my Draftkings MMA picks for UFC 245, the biggest and the best card of the year, in my opinion. The contests are looking pretty nice, bigger than usual, and then there's 50,000 to first place up top. Definitely going to be entering a couple lineups into that. Last week was pretty awesome. We have a Slack MMA chat. I told everybody, screw it, I'm gonna go all in Rosenstruck. So I ended up going 90% Rosenstruck, 10% Overeem, which it looked like I was gonna lose my money up until the last 5 seconds, and then we all know what happened after that. So it was a very profitable night for me. Hopefully you guys did good as well. Just going to go over my lineup, my best lineup in the 20 max. Calvillo, Font, Mitchell, Quarantillo, Rothwell, and Rosenstruck. Ended up getting 5th place in that. I would have got first, actually, if they would have gave Calvillo the decision win, which I thought she won. But it happens. I'll take 5th place. It was definitely thought I should have got first, though, but I'll take it. And then I want to give a quick sneak peek of what's to come next month. This is my projections with the fighter, the salary. These are my odds projections right there, and then the finish projections, and then the total projections. These are cash projections. I'm working on my GPP projections as we speak. And then I plug those projections into my optimizer, which I'll also be giving that out. You get the fighter, the salary, the opponent. You just plug the projections in there. You can make your own projections, plug them in, whatever you want. And then you put the formulas in, and then you use the functions to make a optimal lineup. And this one, in this case, gave me Muradov, Quarantillo, Overeem, Rosenstruck, Calvillo, Stamen, projected 449. Actually, I did use this in all my cash games, and I did cash very easily. Got like top 20s in all of them. This line, believe it or not, outscored my GPP lineups, about 18 out of 20 of them. So there's only 2 of my lineups that I made that outscored this one. So I wasn't even thinking about putting this in GPPs. I should have. It would have cashed pretty easily, but yeah, it's pretty cool. It's nice and safe. I use Vegas odds and Vegas finish props for my projections, so it works out pretty good, and it definitely worked out good last week. And I'll be giving that out come January. Still have a couple things to do, but yeah, let's get started in the card. We got my core plays: Max Holloway 8,700. I think Max is going to go underlooked, believe it or not, in this fight, which is crazy to think about because, I think he's going to win this fight. I think he's going to use his distance very well. Lots of pace, lots of punches thrown between both guys. But people are saying, yeah, Volkanovski has a lot of power, yeah. But I don't think if Poirier didn't knock out Holloway, I don't think Volkanovski is going to, honestly. Holloway has a great chin, so I see it being a 5-round battle. I see Holloway winning most of the rounds, 3-4 rounds there, and taking the decision quite comfortably and scoring a lot of DraftKings points. I think this fight is going to score a lot of points combined. I can see there being a lot of significant strikes thrown. Obviously, if Holloway wins, he's going to be on the optimal lineup with scoring over 100 points, maybe even more than that. So, yeah, I like Holloway quite a bit. Cash, GPP, and the stacking cash is not a bad idea. The double stacking cash is not a bad idea this week as well, which personally I'm going to be double stacking it and then adding in my 2 plays that I'm pretty confident in with that double stack. Covington, 7,300. This guy, I think, is going to be pretty popular. His price tag just too good to not be popular here, especially with his scoring ability. Honestly, I see Usman's and Covington's wrestling canceling each other out most of the time, and this playing out on the feet most of the time. So if that happens, I just lean Colby with his pressure and pace and his cardio that he's going to bring all fight. I can see this being kind of a close fight the first 2-3 rounds, but in those later rounds, Colby's just going to turn it on with his cardio, insane cardio, and just put a pace on Usman that he's not going to be able to handle. So I like Covington quite a bit. I like him to win. I think this fight should be priced Covington 8,000, Usman 8,200 around there, or so a pick 'em. But so we're getting a lot of value at 7,300. So I do think it's going to be kind of chalky, but I'm just going to eat the chalk here and play a decent amount of Covington, and of course double stack it in cash. Amanda Nunes 9,200. Seems like people are sleeping on her again here, just like they did last time. A lot of people picked Holly Holm to win, which is absolutely insane to me. And Nunes ended up going under-owned, which was awesome because I had a decent amount of Nunes. And I think that's going to happen here again. People are giving GDR a shot to win. I mean, I can see it maybe, probably not, but I don't see GDR knocking out Nunes. I really don't see GDR outstriking Nunes for 5 rounds. But Nunez knows what she needs to do to win, and we know what Nunez needs to do to win, and GDR even knows what Nunez needs to do to win. GDR said that Nunez is going to come out and try to take her down, and as she should. If she does come out and take her down, the fight's going to be over shortly after ground and pound submission. GDR has not been taken down in 6 fights, so we don't know. But I think Amanda's going to take her down, and even if she doesn't take her down, this plays on the feet. I still think she's going to win most of the rounds and get a decision. If you want to take the belt from somebody, you got to make it convincing. I just don't see GDR doing that. So I'm going to be having a decent amount of Amanda Nunes, not too much upside. I think is a little bit limited, but I do think she can definitely hit that 9,200 in a win in any way, a decision, submission, and or TKO. I think she can get that value. So definitely a safe thing. It's a safe play. I'm looking for it in cash. Marlon Moraes, 9,000. If you guys have not seen Auto yet, go look him up. Look, he just looks awful. This weight cut looks very bad for him. I just saw a picture of him, another one. It looks really, really bad. So I don't think he's going to be able to honestly come in here and compete. I can see him getting knocked down in the first round. Mariah starts very fast, so I can see him honestly getting starts in the first round. Aldo has been knocked out before a couple times in his career, so and Mariah is definitely a dangerous finisher. So yeah, I like this play quite a bit, honestly. Going to be having a decent amount of him because I do think he's going to get a first round win here. If Auto lasts anywhere past the first round, props to him. I just don't see it happening, honestly. Going to be interesting to see him on the scales, but it's just going to be probably very ugly on the scales. If this fight even happens, I'll be surprised, honestly. He looks that bad, but I do like Moraes quite a bit. I'm going to be having him in probably over 50% of lineups. And honestly, it's really probably easy to get up there in the 9,000 range if you're going to be playing a lot of Colby like I am, and even some Volkanovski. But yeah, I think it's going to be pretty easy to get to the 9K range this week. GPP plays, Kamaru Usman, 8,900. If he wins, he's going to be on the optimal lineup, obviously. If he does win, I see him holding Colby up against the cage and taking him down, holding him down for a little bit. And then, of course, so getting takedowns and significant strikes. Definitely going to score over 100 if he wins, obviously. I just lean with Colby, but definitely going to be playing both sides of this. I'm thinking right now like 60% Colby, 40% Usman, 70% Holloway, 30% Volkanovski. That's of now, but it might change throughout the week. But yeah, Usman's not a bad play at all. You definitely want to play some of them. Matt Brown, 9,300. Saunders gets hurt about every fight he's in. He's been knocked out the past couple times. I believe 6 of his last fights have not went to the judges' scorecard. So this fight's definitely going to get inside the distance. Someone's getting knocked out, and I think Brown's going to do the knocking out when he knocks out Saunders there. So I do like Brown quite a bit, 9,300. It's fine. I think he's going to pay that off at the first round, second round knockout. But you might want to play both sides of this because Matt Brown could be hurt and knocked out as well. But I just see Brown knocking out Saunders. Neal, 9,100. This Neal's going to be pretty popular, which is kind of crazy to me. I see a lot of people talking about him. I think he can win for sure, but I just don't know if he's going to pay off that 9,100 price tag because Perry's never been finished. I don't really know if he's going to get it finished here. Maybe late in the fight, Perry gets finished. But Neal, he's going to bring a decent pace. I can see him scoring maybe 80, 85 points, maybe 90. But I think this plays strictly a GPP play. I don't really vision a knockout. I vision a decision here, but a knockout could happen. And if he does get a knockout, he's definitely going to crush his value. So I'm going to have some of Neal, but not my favorite play in the world. Aroju, 8,600. You're just banking on the finish here. If she does not get the finish, then she's not going to hit value. Probably score around the 80s, 85. Not going to have too much of her because I don't really think she's going to get finished. I think she's going to win a split decision. But it could happen, and women's MMA has been tending to end up on the optimal lineup lately, so going to have just a few of Ruja. Soriano, 8,200. I like this play quite a bit, actually. I think it's really sneaky. I don't think many people are going to be on him because nobody knows who he is. But Bachota wants this on the ground, and Soriano has a great wrestling background. So if Soriano wants to get takedowns, I advise him not to. If he keeps us on the feet, uses his power, his pace, I think he's going to beat Pachota, whether it be decision or even knock him out. He's great power. But if he wants to get takedowns, obviously he can get them, but that's going to be playing right into Pachota's game plan. Pachota is great off his back, so even though Pachota has been finished in 2 of his fights, those are against high-level BJJ guys. But yeah, if Soriano keeps us on the feet, I see him winning, even getting a knockout here. So I like Soriano quite a bit. But if he does want to wrestle, he could be playing a very dangerous game on the ground. Kaikar France, 8,500. Not my favorite play in the world. If he does win, he scores pretty well. He gets knockdowns. I think he has 2 or 3 knockdowns in his last 3 fights. He has great power. Maybe he gets a knockout. I don't know, but he does throw with great power. So definitely a GPP play. I'm going the other way with Moreno, but if he does get a knockout, obviously he's going to hit value. He does bring a decent pace, so might have a couple of France here. He could go underlooked as well. And then live dogs, Daniel Tamar, the bad Tamer. He's 7,900 going against Hooper. Hooper just looks so bad. And Hooper's only path to victory is to get this on the ground. Honestly, I don't think he can do it. Tamar's just stronger. I think he can keep this on the feet. And if he does keep this on the feet, he's going to get a knockout, I think. Hooper's striking defense is awful. Hooper's striking is awful. So I like Tamar a lot as a live dog, believe it or not. And I think he's going to go under-owned because he's lost 3 out of his last 4, and plus in his win he scored 50. But I do like this matchup for him. As long as he stays off the ground, he's going to win decision or even get a knockout. Volkanovski, 7,500. Going to be very chalky. A lot of people are on him. And I can see why. He's going to bring a crazy pace. He has that power. Maybe he hurts all the way. Maybe he knocks him out. I don't see it. But maybe it happens. I'm going to have some of them, maybe 30% of them. The thing about this is if he loses, if he goes 5 rounds with max, brings that crazy pace, lands 150 strikes, gets a takedown or 2, he's going to hit value. And maybe he outscores some of these guys down there. So stacking in this fight in GPP is not a bad idea, as crazy as it seems. We've seen it before with Poirier and Holloway. Stacking that fight worked out. The loser got 90 points. I can see that possibly happening here with Volkanovski. Goes all 5 rounds, lands 150 strikes or more, and then gets a couple takedowns and still loses. Yeah, he's going to that could be on the optimal lineup. So that's a strategy I might be looking to do. Maybe a little bit of it. Couple lineups with both of them. But yeah, that's definitely an interesting strategy. Moreno, 7,700. I think he's better than France here. 7,700. Definitely gonna have some shares of him. If he can get takedowns, maybe even gets a submission, land significant strikes, I think he can score around the 80, 85 range with a decision win. But I think there's submission upside as well, so I do like Moreno. And then Aldana, 7,400. Not really the best play in the world, but I think she can win. But even if she wins, I think maybe Volkanovski or Covington can outscore her in a loss. Fades Vieira, she's not going to hit value. I don't think she's going to get takedowns on Aldana. I think Aldana is going to stuff the takedowns and make this a very close split decision fight. Don't even have her winning, so I wouldn't worry about playing her. And then Peter Yan, going to fade here at 9,400. Faber's never been finished, I believe, in his long career, so I don't see it happening here. And in Yan's decision wins, he's only scored about 85, 80 points, so I think that's a pretty easy fade. He could knock out Faber, just not going to bank on that. Not really going to play either of these people. Pump plays, Ben Saunders. You want to have a little bit of it because this fight is going to end inside the distance. GDR, 7,000. If she can stuff the takedowns, which maybe she can. Maybe she hurts Nunez. I don't really think it's going to happen, but maybe it happens. Or maybe she wins a very close decision. I don't know. I'm not going to be personally playing much of GDR because I do think Nunez has it, but, she's not a bad play. And then Mike Perry, 7,100. This is a play I'm kind of interested in, honestly. Neil has been rocked. Did get rocked his last fight. I don't know if it was a punch or a headbutt. I don't know. But Perry's never been knocked out. And I think if Perry can last the first couple rounds and maybe make it a brawl, and in the 3rd round, maybe get a late finish there, I don't know. But definitely worth the pump play. I'm not going to be having nothing crazy, maybe a couple of Perry, but definitely going to have a little bit of Perry. All right, guys, that's about it. If you have any questions, just message me on Twitter at @net_DFS, or you can comment below. Make sure you guys give a like on this video, and also subscribe if you haven't yet. and very excited to be releasing the stuff next month. And yeah, good luck this week, guys.